look at this image. Now, tell me, what's wrong with it? You can see it, right? There's a very, very big issue with this image. Can you pinpoint what it is? Exactly. It's the stairs. Now, I know some of you are going to think that the stairs aren't that big of a deal, but I'll ask you, look at these. You've seen these all before, ways of going up and down. So we've got just riding in minecarts to go uphill. You've all seen this kind of thing, I'm sure. You've got slime blocks to bounce on or water to fall in, stairs to walk up and down, soul, sand and magma block bubble columns which will send you up and down, scaffolding ladders. These are all pretty cool, but they're boring. You've seen them all before. You're gonna walk into a base. You're gonna be like, "Oh wow, that's scaffolding. That's the greatest thing in the world. This is the best base ever." Minecraft, it's a game. Okay, it doesn't need to be. What you do does not have to be productive. It doesn't have to be efficient. Like, it's good to have efficient things, but it doesn't have to just be built for being efficient and resource cheap. It can be a bit more fun, like some of these things I have, for example, over here. Now, a few of these are a bit buggy, mainly because it's Minecraft Bedrock, it happens. So I'm just going to show you one of my personal favourites. It's a way of going down. Now, this might not work first try, it's not 100% perfect, mainly because slime blocks are a tiny bit broken, but if we just pop over here, you will see that it will allow you to just bounce your way down. Well, it broke a little bit there, but this does work most of the time. It was actually a very terrible way of showing this off, breaking that time. And oh yes, even if we put ourselves onto survival, so long as this doesn't break, we won't actually take but this is, I swear to you, this actually works normally. On a normal basis, this actually works. So if I just get up here properly, now, please work. I'm trying to show the audience this working. But yes, if we see this, if this actually works, let's take 551. Is it gonna work finally? Hey, there we go. Yes, as you see, you don't take damage if it works. I would suggest just chucking some slime blocks underneath carpets down the bottom here, just in case it does not work, but it is actually a pretty cool way of going down. Personally, one of my favourites. It's a bit broken because slime blocks currently are a bit broken in Minecraft Bedrock, but it's super fun. I really love this way of going down, and you can do this with as many slime blocks as you want. It's just about getting the right timings to actually slow them down. And another thing you can do is actually use honey instead, so that you wouldn't be able to bounce from side to side, but when you land on the honey block, it'll slow you down as you're coming down. So that could be another cool idea as well. Another thing I have over here is just this one, which is going to be broken in the next update in 1.16, so I might as well show it to you now. Basically, as well as giving you the funny green update block particles, it will also allow you to go up and down like this. Now, this one is also a bit broken, kind of. I haven't made the perfect designs, mainly because they're just to prove a point. But yes, they will just teleport you up really fast, basically, using stacked tile entities. And as you notice, if you look very closely, once I land up here, it also gives those funny green update particles. Not sure why that is, it just does that anyway, which is a pretty cool thing as well. So yeah, that is another fun little way of going on. Now, this can actually take you up as far as you want. You just need to put more and more concrete powder or sand or whatever you want inside of that thing. If you would like a tutorial on how to actually do that, I believe I did do a video on it previously about how to get vertical half slabs, which actually showed how to do this kind of thing. So just go check that out if you want to learn how to make something like this. But yeah, this is getting removed in the next update, so I would suggest you have as much fun with this as you can, but it can send you up higher than that, basically infinitely. The more blocks of concrete or whatever you add, the further up you will go. Also, one of my personal favourite ways of going up is this little one here. So just a TNT cannon. Now, if you're in creative mode, it will launch the player, but in survival, you will need to be inside of a minecart. And then you are just going to get launched up like so. And And as you can see, we are now flying through the air. Now this is expensive and you would go a lot higher if you just turned all of that TNT into firework rockets and flew up here instead. But who wants to fly up here with Elytra and fireworks when you can just launch yourself with TNT? And as you can see, we are going past 3,000 blocks in the air. In fact, yep, just 3,100 blocks in the air. And this is going to be a long fall. I will be back with you guys once we get back to the ground. Now, another way of going up is you can actually use shulkers. They give you the levitation effect, as many of you may know. Now, this one's actually inside a glass block, so it won't target us until we go into this chamber and stand on this pressure plate. So if you want to get shulkers to your base to do a thing like this, you can just put them in minecarts and minecart them out of the end. It is a lot of effort, but it is a really cool thing, especially if you want to have like a futuristic base or a UFO base. You can have this as like an alien tractor beam or a little tube that you get launched up. And as you can, we will take a bit of damage from them, but as you can see, you can just float all the way up. Not the fastest, does require a bit of effort, but it is quite a cool way to go up, if you ask me. And of course, how could we forget the slime block elevator? I did not rebuild this because I really hated building this the first time, but you know what, I did build this in my Let's Play world, so let's go take a look at that. Here she is, my lovely slime block elevator. Now this one isn't 100% perfect, because I didn't really optimize the design when I first built it. What? Oh, come on, why is it breaking? I swear, I have not changed a single thing with this. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so it wasn't my redstone, it was just a block of water that had been placed inside of a slab. I will fix this, and then I will finally be able to show you my little slime block elevator working properly. Okay guys, so luckily all that broke was like 4 pieces of redstone dust, and now I can finally show you the glory that is my slime block elevator. Now, as I was saying, it is a little bit imperfect because it was a bit rushed when I built it, so it's got all of this ugly stuff here. I could probably make it better now that there is honey blocks and stuff in the game, and if I spent a bit more time perfecting it, because, you know, these things kind of made me mad a bit trying to build them, because the redstone just you do one thing wrong and it kind of tears itself apart, and it's just really painful. But yeah, this is another creative way of going up and down. It does have a few flaws, this one, but it is pretty cool if you ask me. Not the fastest, but it looks pretty awesome. Now, let's get back to the other world, because I have a few more designs to show you before the end of this episode. I am super proud of that slime block elevator I built. I mean, it could be better. It needs some improvements. I will possibly do make a better version of it, then release a tutorial for it. But one elevator that is decent to build is this type of elevator, which I first saw how to build one of these on the Bowtie Man's channel. Now, I've just done a bit of rudimentary redstone, not like compacted or anything, and this is basically just, you know, I've quickly put together a remake of this, but the first place I saw a similar idea, well, the idea for this kind, take 2, I guess? Yeah, take 2, what? I'm sorry, what? What's going on with my redstone? Okay, here we go. Finally, it works. Anyway, the first place I saw a design like this was the Bowtie Man's channel. I will leave a link to that in the description. He just does a bunch of redstone contraptions, and the first place I saw this kind of idea for an elevator like this was there. Basically, it just uses the slime blocks to pull up the other pistons, and they get powered as they go up. Doesn't go up super high, but it is still a pretty cool way of going up and down. Nice and fun little thing if you only want to go up by like a single story. So yeah, that's a really great one. Now I have just linked it up so that it does take twice stepping on the pressure plate, so when you come out you don't activate it again. But yeah. And would you look at that? That's actually all the designs I have today. They aren't perfected just yet. If you would like to actually see a better version of one of these, I can do a proper video on one of these specifically, if there is anyone particularly you would like to see. But you know what? Thanks for watching, guys. And before we go, I have one last thing I would like to show you. So you know how I made that TNT launcher? Yeah, I built a bit of a bigger one just to see how just to, finish up the episode with a bit of a bang. Now, actually, give me a second, just make sure I'm recording before I set this thing off. Okay, thank goodness I am recording, because this thing actually self-destructs when it goes off, because it drops that much TNT that the redstone stops working properly and all the TNT explodes not in time, where it technically should be in time. So, let's go. Now, you will see this is a lot of TNT, and it all gets pushed beneath you. And there we go. Okay. Bye, guys. I will see you all in the next episode. I hope you're having I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you do come back for another episode, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. See, I'm still going up. It's, 68,000, 72, 73, 74,000 blocks, 75,000. How high does this thing go? 76,100 blocks. I wonder, how big a TNT cannon can I make?